Hey, y'all. So I'm here to talk to you about building your LLM second brain. If you saw Paul's talk this morning, I'm just going to say that I cover a lot of the same content, but like in 5 minutes. So there's that. All right. So I'm Olivia Buzek. I've been doing AI and machine learning for 15 years, and we're on to the next slide. So what you already know, AI is everywhere, and we need some free and open source AI solutions right now. What you might know, and especially if you watch Paul's talk, you can download open source models today and use them on your local machine. What are we talking about when we're talking about second brain? So your first brain, it's great at creativity, logic, reasoning, identifying facts. Your second brain, you ideally want it to be a memory aid that helps you combine concepts and to bring them into new formats. So here's like our goal interaction state. Can you break down the big project for me that I wrote about in my notes and add some reminders to my to-do list? And it responds to you and it says, okay, great. I have found these action items from your notes and I'm gonna put them in somewhere. And what do we want from our second brain? Private, local, low energy. We want a clever model with curated data sources, a chat interface that uses your notes, processes information the way you would, and can act on your behalf. So let's start by adding in Ollama. Ollama gives us private local model inference. You can also hook it up to a bunch of other things, but this will give you an easy-to-use CLI and a model registry that pulls down all the open source models. If you don't already know about it, go try it out on your computer. I am going to be using the Granite model. I am super biased about the Granite model because my team builds it, but I think you all should too because it is on the better end of the open source spectrum, as it were. We can all have debates all day about that later. In terms of the chat interface, we can look at either anything LLM or OpenWebUI. Both of these offer Ollama compatibility and your familiar ChatGPT-like interface. So this gives you the ability to, on your laptop, pop up a screen that gives you a chat and be talking to your model on your laptop, and it'll respond like normal. A little bit less high fidelity than other hosted models, but still. Then you need to add some tools and different types of things in order to bring more information into your actual chat. So we're going to add either LangChain or Llama index. LangChain underlies both of the chat interfaces that I was talking about, so we're just going to use the built-in bit of OpenWebUI. So here we are. We're adding a collection. What we're going to do here is just sync a local directory that has all my markdown files sitting in it from Obsidian, and we are going to go ahead and be able to have a little chat with our markdown notes for the geothermal project and say, hey, what was it, those action items from the geothermal project? Can you just like remind me what those are? And it'll pop that up for you with some citations. So then let's talk about agents for a second. If you don't already know what an agent is, it is just an LLM prompt designed to operate autonomously that can make function calls and have its own little LLM chats with other agents. So we are going to use one of two frameworks, either Autogen or Crew AI, in order to actually orchestrate all the behavior of agents. Because once you get into the nitty-gritty of this, making LLM chats talk to each other is a little annoying. And so we're going to build in the background with Crew AI. So here's an example of how we threw a whole bunch of agents together into the Granite retrieval agent that uses a planner, assistant, goal judge, critic, reflection in order to go search the web and write a report for you that has full citations. So here we go. That's the anatomy of our second brain. Ollama, Granite, OpenWebUI, LangChain, Autogen or Crew AI, and a couple tools that can act on your behalf. There's still another slide. All right, so tool calling, by the way, lets you use JSON generated by the LLM to make a backend call. A tool in LLM terms is just a function call, so honestly, you can have it do anything. So we've built this little store task thing that puts the tool and stores the task in our to-do manager so that we can see some tasks. There we go. Okay, it's got our tasks, and it has put them all happily into our to-do list manager so that now we can actually see, we have a full workflow of our second brain. That was easy, right?